China is spilling the tea and everybody is crashing out. As someone who was a fashion major, let's break this video down into 4 parts, okay? To start off, I was a fashion marketing and management major at Berkeley College in New York City in 2006. And literally, day one, my professor, who was the head of the Gucci's men's accessory line, told us verbatim that all of the shoes, belts, and wallets were made in China. Not fully made in China, but they were started the production in China. And then they would be shipped to Italy, completed, whether it's a stitch, whether it's adding the sole, whatever it was, because a percentage of the product does have to be completed in the country so that it can have that stamp that says made in Italy, made in France. But they would start the production in China, send it to Italy, complete it in Italy, and then they would be able to put that stamp that says made in Italy. And that is called a grade good. Business 101, if you're a business major, you should probably know this too, but it is a grade good. And everyone participates in grade goods, whether it's places like Zara, H&M, high-end places. They all start the production in one place, send it to another, and then complete it there so it can have the stitch that says like made here, made there, wherever it is. Everyone participates in the concept of grade goods. As someone who has a small business, I understand the concept because that is how you have access to different vendors, different materials, different processes. Like that's just how the world works. We communicate with another and get supplies from different places and complete it in another. That's just how business is if you want to benefit as the business owner, okay? Part 2, not every manufacturer is created equal. Just because all of these people are coming out and saying that their stuff was made here, made there, that does not mean that they all have access to the same type of skilled artisans, the same materials. It's like the concept of you going to a nail tech. You go to one nail tech and you go to another, you think that the work is going to be the same? No, sometimes you have trash experiences with one nail tech over another. Me, I only trust my barber and my barber only, because if I ever go to another barber and they mess up my hairline, I'm gonna lose it. And that just happens. Just because they're all made in China does not mean that they're all creating the same work, because sometimes you don't have access to the same materials, the same vendors, the same suppliers. Although, yes, things are made in China, does not mean that people are doing the same type of work. That's how you sometimes, listen, if you've ever been to Canal, people will be like $40, but if you want the good stuff, it's going to be like $100, $200, because the product isn't made the same in every single factory. Ever had some bomb tacos and then you're craving tacos and you go to another taco place and then those tacos end up being trash? It's the same thing. Not every factory in China is producing the same type of work. Part 3, let's talk about prices, because if you are into business or if you own a business, you would know that you have, okay, so you pay this certain amount for these supplies. The more of this item that you order, the cheaper it becomes for you as the business owner. So, as a business owner, let's say like if I'm creating an order for something, right? And I'm spending $10,000 to create this product, like this product run or whatever, right? I need to price it at a price that I'm going to recoup my money for my investment, but then also make a profit off of that. Now, I'm not justifying the price of these bags because these designers are getting out of hand. Because back in the day, in 2006, LV Speedy was like $850. Right now, I checked on the website the other day, it's like $1,800 for the same exact bag. Although time has passed, 2006, 2025, still, the fact that it went from $850 to $1,800, that is insane. And I can't justify, or even like a Chanel bag. A Chanel bag used to be like $3,500, and now they're closer to Hermes prices at $10,000. Now, I'm not justifying the price that these labels and designers are charging, but If you are in business, you would also know that you are setting your price to accommodate or anticipate sales within your company. All these designer brands, they have outlets and they have sales throughout the year. You need to not only are you trying to set the price so that you can make a profit, but you're also trying to make a profit when these items do go on sale. So yes, are they going to be high in price? Yes. Now, depending on how much someone paid to create something, they can charge more or less, but you are taking into consideration when you're creating something and setting the price that this is how much I'm going to make off of selling this item, and this is how much I'm still going to make by putting it on sale. Therefore, what is luxury? Honestly, luxury is whatever you want it to be. I find luxury in hair care, in skin care. Now, I have partaken in luxury goods, but luxury, that word is so stupid because is it an experience? Is it the quality of the product? Is it, listen, it's whatever you want it to be. So I would never shit on somebody that says that they only buy luxury products, because at the end of the day, a luxury could be a $2 croissant if that's what you justify as a luxury. Luxury is subjective, and it's whatever you put value into things. Now, obviously, there's people, I know a lot of people that don't care about labels, designers, and things like that, but that's because they don't value those things. But you also shouldn't shit on people that do value those things, because that's what they find joy in, that's what makes them happy, that's what they like. But at the end of the day, buy whatever you want. If you want that DH skate bag, get that DH skate bag. If you want to buy at the retail store and spend your coin, spend your coin. Just don't go broke spending your coin. Don't be owing no bills and being in debt to get this stuff. But enjoy your life. Listen, we're all going to end up 6 feet underground one day. Do what you want to do that makes you happy. And that is my take on China spilling the tea and people crashing out.